Hey guys, Robbie here at RV Sales of Oregon. Today we're taking a look at a basically brand new, but pre-owned 2022 Winnebago Mini Winnie. It is a 2601 BHS. It's a bunkhouse model, 28 footer, coming in right around 7,000 pounds dry. So not super heavy, but you get a ton of space in it. Up front we have a powered tongue with a light on it, 2 7-gallon propane tanks, and 2 deep cycle batteries there. We have a nice big fiberglass cap on this thing. These are wonderful. They can't delaminate. They cut through the air a little bit better, and they just last a lot longer. And then you have this kind of diamond plate on the bottom for any rock chip that might come up from your back tires on your the vehicle you're towing with. Here we have pass-through storage, nice and wide, if you can get that in there, probably about 4 feet wide, and then the width of the vehicle. And if you look right in there, you'll see we have a solar charger regulator. It's because we have 200 watts of solar on the roof, so plenty to keep those batteries charged and keep you going for a long time. Also just keeps your batteries healthy, not letting them go all the way down, so super handy there. We have the heavy duty, I would call them heavy duty stabilizer jacks in the front and the back. They're electrically driven, so you just press the button and they'll go. And they will give you a little bit more stability than your standard stab jacks, and you're also not having to crank them down. You can just press the buttons. So you have that up front and then back. Here is a dump for, I believe, your secondary gray tank. I think you have 2 gray tanks on this thing. I'll double check myself when we get to the back. And then here we have a 12-foot slide, about 3 feet deep, so it gives you a lot of floor space on the inside. Okay, I was correct. So we do have a separate gray tank up front. Typically that's used to isolate the shower to be in its own gray tank, so that if you're using it constantly, you're not just filling your gray tank up with shower water, which is going to accumulate the most water over time. So it keeps it separate. You can leave that open and keep it dumping as you're using it if you're set up somewhere for a while. Outdoor shower here. You have a black tank flush here, and then city water connection right there. Again, just more controls for your jacks, and then your black and gray for tanks, your 2 first tanks and auxiliary tanks that way. Satellite hookups, park cable, 30 amp system here. Full-size spare on the back. Nice bumper. I think it can actually mount up to 250 pounds or so vertical weight. And then if you're just carrying bikes or something like that too, it can be really handy. We have this door that I believe, oh, it's open, perfect. Just a door to get to the bunkhouse, because this guy actually folds up, and if you're not using it like a bunkhouse, you can use it like a ton of storage. I mean, I'm sure you can think of a lot of uses to use that for. So anyway, that's what that is. We have a spray port here. This is pressurized water for, pressurized water for cleaning everything out. And then the ladder, it is a walk-on roof. Use that with, within good reason. It's not meant to have a party up there, but it is a walk-on roof, so you can be up there, I think up to 350 pounds or so. And then right up there, you'll see it's set up for a backup camera, so all you need to do is find one you like, and we'll put it in. Coming into this rig, you'll see the awning is almost the full length of this 28-foot rig. I'd say it's probably about 6 feet short, so probably about 21, 22 feet is the length of that awning. It's a powered awning with a wind sensor, so don't just press a button, it'll come out. If you go on a hike and the wind picks up, it'll send itself back in before it gets hurt. Here we have an outdoor kitchen. I love these magnetic latches. I always have to point them out because sometimes you don't have 2 hands, and it's really handy to be able to have that. We have the Greystone griddle there that runs on propane, super handy. Cook about anything on this, and then it has a griddle top that goes right on top of that if you want to cook pancakes or anything like that out here. And then you have your nice little sink here for cleaning things off, just nice and handy, and a nice little fridge for keeping cold beers out here, bacon, good stuff, only good stuff. This will tell you a little bit about it. Comfort tech package is going to be a lot of stuff like all the Bluetooth, the solar, things like that. You see the Go Power is the solar company, and the Explorer package is another name for a 4 seasons package. So extra insulation in the walls, styrene underbelly, R13 rated ceiling, heated tanks, and bigger AC unit, bigger furnace is really the benefits you get from this Explorer package. There might be a few things that I don't know about, but that's what I do know that comes with that package. Here we just have our furnace exhaust, fridge exhaust, couple of speakers up here. You do have a nice LED light strip underneath this awning, so when it comes out, gets a nice ambient light under here, kind of gives you a nice glow underneath without having direct light in your face. This is for outdoor TV. You have plug-ins here for power, and then a cable outlet here for hooking up whatever's playing on the inside. You can play out here. And then this is just fresh water fill there. And this is our water heater exhaust. So we'll leave it at that on the outside. Let's go check this puppy out. These solid steps are great. A lot of the time you can add them in, but this one already comes with it, so huge plus. Works as a good stabilizer for the rig as a whole. Secondly, it's just a lot more secure getting in. Just feels a lot better. As it should be right when you walk in, your control board is right here to get to your slides, your awnings, a lot of your lights, turn things on, right as it should be at the entry or exit, you know, where you need it most. In the rear, we have our bunkhouse. Makes for a great sleeping space. You got a full size with the corner cut off up top as well as below. As you saw from the outside, this bottom one will fold up and get out of your way. You can use it however you'd like. And then, you know, if this is not a space you'll use, but the rest of the rig works for you, this top one can be removed. You can always use it as a workstation, storage, whatever you want. I mean, with that door, you could put small items in here, bikes, mini bikes, you know, scooters, things like that. So it can be a very useful space, you know, almost use it like a toy hauler, a mini toy hauler if you don't want the bunks. But it's a nice setup for a bunkhouse, so it'd almost be a shame to butcher it. With it, you get a rear bath, nice big shower. You got the tall porcelain potty. And let me give you an idea for reference. I'm about 6'2", fit in here really well, get my arms out, not a problem. We have a vanity in here with a medicine cabinet and some storage down below. In our living space here, it seems silly I have to point this out, but the couch is across from the TV. You see so many of these rigs where it's like they put the TV in a spot where you can't even view it from a couch. So I just pointed out, it seems obvious, but you have the trifold bed opposing the TV. So the trifold beds are wonderful. They're extremely comfortable. They're a little bit more lightweight. They don't break. The mattresses don't go bad like they do on a lot of the other ones. But the bottom folds out in two pieces. The back folds down. That's why they call it a trifold. But they're wonderful. They're the most comfortable, I believe, of any of the pull-out beds. Smart TV here with all your hookups. This guy works as a DVD player, Bluetooth player, radio, whatever you want it to. It'll work those outside speakers, inside speakers, but entertainment system type thing here. And then you even have a spot for charging your phone right here. It's just the wireless, so I can lay your phone on that and it'll charge it. So kind of a nice setup. If you're using Bluetooth, playing music for a long time, your phone's going to stay charged, keep providing with music, so you can keep the party going. Storage up top, storage down below. I have to say, just an opinion, but I really like the hardware they used. It's sleek, it's sturdy, and it's not gaudy at all. It looks clean, so I really like that, but that's my opinion. Dometic two-way fridge. Looks to be maybe 7-8 cubic feet. It is a larger one. I'm not sure of the cubic feet, but it is a larger one. Two-way, propane and electric. We have the 3-burner stove by Suburban here. Of course, that is propane. Microwave convection oven up top, and the hood fan with a light in there. A fan, because it's a hood fan. And then good storage here, 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 and here. All that. Extra counter space there for working, preparing items. You have the double den sink. Oh, pardon me, even better. Farm style, stainless steel sink. That's how they should all be done, in my opinion. Yeah, you get a lot more use out of a single den and something like this than I think you do out of a double den. So, good there. You have the stainless steel faucet with the wand on it, and then good storage here, 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 and here. Our dinette, it's a plush, comfortable dinette. Table collapses down. It's the nice kind if you want to kind of peek underneath that thing. You can see it's the really easy kind. There's no hardware to remove. You just pull the latch, push it down, and then fill in the spaces with the cushions. Good storage underneath here. It's the full space that you get underneath these seats. So what you can see that for this size, how big this seat is, that's how much storage you have underneath on both sides. Coming into the bedroom, you do get a nice walk-around queen bed, and you can get into the bed fairly easily, which I like to point out. A lot of the times you're kind of climbing in from the foot of the bed, but an easy bed to get in and out of, nice height to it, good sized bed, and plenty of room to walk around this thing. On top of that, they do give you some good storage. Kind of rare you see drawers on this part of the nightstand, but can be very handy to separate the space, keep bigger items there, smaller items there, and you still get a little nightstand with USB ports on either side and 110 outlets on on both sides as well. So really nice, especially if you're running a CPAP machine or you just need power, you know, when you're going to bed. And then something you can't see, you do have some storage back behind here. So really handy. You can really put whatever you need to have there in bed with you at the end of the day. And then you do have your secondary AC unit, which is kind of different on these rigs. Normally you just get one, but it might be because it's a Four Seasons package, they put two in here. This unit has heat pumps on it as well as AC, so you have electric heat coming out of this thing, and I believe your other unit does too. But at least this one definitely does. So really nice touch there. You can have zone heating if you like it cooler in here or warmer in here than you do in the rest of the rig. You can close that pocket door and use zone heating as you'd like. So really nice touch, something you don't see on a lot of travel trailers. And I also like to point out, when you have opposing windows like this, it's really nice, especially on those hotter evenings when you're trying to get cooled down before bed. Get a nice cross breeze going with those things. Let me just point this out really quick. The AC in this is all ducted throughout the ceiling, as well as the heat pumps, and then the furnace is going to come out of the vents in the ground. But nice touch there. It spaces the air out a little bit better, cools it or heats it a little bit quicker. And then these white circles here are speakers, and they're kind of scattered throughout this thing, and just nice flush lighting. But like I said, it's basically a brand new unit, but you don't have to pay a brand new price for it. So if you're seeing this, if the form factor works for you, let me know. Give me a call. I'll tell you all about it. Tell you more that I didn't tell you in this video. And if you know, you need to discuss what to do with the bunkhouse or anything like that, let's talk. But you can get a new rig for a used price. It's a 2022 Winnebago Mini Winnie. 2801 is the model. Rear bath, bunkhouse, super nice setup. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you at the next one.